Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I decided to read on Bernadett Szabó. So a very quick pre-story about her. So she was a 19 years old sex worker in Amsterdam in the red light district. And on the night of February 19, 2009, she was found brutally stabbed to the death with dozen stab wounds in her own this office room, and she was discovered, found by her colleagues, and her killer or killers still till these days not found. Um, so what else? Yeah, by the way, police of the Amsterdam recently uh, launched this hologram of her just to remind about this case, and uh, maybe just in case someone will remember something. All right, so yeah, pretty much interesting case. So let's have a read. Let's see. Maybe this video will, yeah, maybe my reading will helps to solve this case. Will helps to Amsterdam police, Netherlands. All right, so mostly I'm gonna focus on those perpetrators, on the killer, the motives, which energies was surrounded Betty that night. Mm. Okay, that should be enough so far. So So what I see here is that Bernadett Szabó's death, it wasn't just a random act. It was the result of envy, manipulation, and like a silent storm that had been brewing behind the bright lights of Amsterdam's red light district. So I clearly see that there was another woman which involved in this crime. She was not just a colleague, but someone who carried jealousy like a poison. So she watched Bernadette rise, gain attention, and perhaps um, affection that she her, herself desired. So, and when this envy turned into obsession, she found a way to make someone else, to do what she couldn't to do herself. Um, so the killer was a man who carried out. So who did this thing with Bernadette? Uh, he wasn't like a monster by nature, but he was influenced, drawn he was drawn in by charm, by guilt, or by misplaced loyalty. So what happened that night began very quietly, even gently, but in a heartbeat. Uh, Calm turned into the chaos, and Bernadette light went out like far too soon. So everything, yeah, starts very peacefully calm, and then turned and ended very fastly, uh, like it was perfectly planned before. So the silence that followed wasn't just an accident. Someone made sure this story stayed buried. So connections, fear. So yeah, I see that connections and fear and a web of quiet power ensure it, because everything is like a chain. Everything is connected here, and everyone has their own specific role. So, but yet time doesn't just forget it. So Bernadette's spirit isn't vengeful. She just simply wants the truth. Her message to the world is very clear. She's like saying, beware of those who smile with their eyes, but speaks with the shadows." And one day, perhaps soon, someone new will reopen this case, and when they do, the truth will no longer hide behind those closed doors. Because I see that in this case definitely needs to have a powerful detective, the new investigator who just doesn't afraid uh, to cross something unknown. Yeah, for example, where everyone else kind of was unsure or they were feared, but here just a need to have a little step up. And yes, there's a high chance, high possibility to solve this case. Okay, so now I will try to give physical descriptions of those people whom I see here, this man and woman. So let's begin with the woman because she was like an initiator of this murder. So she appears quite refined, composed. She's like someone who hides emotion behind elegance. Dark blonde or light brown hair, often tied back, expressive green or gray eyes. That seems very calm, but at the same time very cold. Her style is like clean, minimal, but always controlled, as if she performing a role. So she has an air of superiority. I don't know if I'm correctly pronouncing the word, but superiority, okay. Uh, a very quiet sense of power. So people often confided in her. Uh, and that's how she learned to use others. Envy burned beneath her style's surface. And she's like disguised as a charm. But she's like a little bit in age, like I would say over 35 at the moment. She was like maybe around 35 and elder. Um, Also, she pretty much often changed her hair color. Mostly it was like dark black and then white with some other tones. Like, oh yeah, like mostly women's usually like to do, change their styles. So, and she also was like changing mostly like blonde, black, like what I see. Speaking about this, the man who committed the murder. So the perpetrators, he was around mid 30s at the moment. Average build with very tired eyes, someone who blends in, but no, immediately, uh, like how to say, threatening, not immediately threatening, but just fits perfectly to the role, not causing any suspicious at the very beginning. Um, he, he, he could have been a client or a friend or just instigator. So he could easily pretend it by being a client. Um, the card suggests that he was emotionally dependent, manipulated through pity or attraction. He didn't plan the murder. He was just executed it. He was he just played execution part. But the main character is that woman. So okay, so he had dark hair, possibly short, a very rough jawline, and a constant tension in his expression, uh, as if he as if he knew he crossed the line. He could never step back from it. And dynamic between those this woman and this man, he looked to her for approval. Uh, she looked through him as a tool, and the link between them feels very karmic and toxic. So it's like a passion and twisted into control. Her mind was the weapon, and his hands merely followed the orders. Um, well, that's pretty much it. What I can say. So, but right now, as I can as I can feel, as here by the energies, they probably, especially that woman, well, of course, they are not there, not located there. They probably moved uh, into some other city or maybe even another country. So that's why I need to, in this case, really strongly need to rehearse the past, especially those connections when she was worked that day, need to again recall all those colleagues and carefully search for this woman, which description I gave. Uh, I think that new detectives could possibly do this thing, and I see that they might be very, very succeed in this. So I wish them luck to solve the case. I really hope this information was useful. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe please to my channel, hit likes, write your comments, post that notification bell, and I see you guys very soon in the next investigation videos. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.